Okay, hi guys. Thanks for jumping on tonight. Looks like we might be getting another winter storm in Kansas City. It's 50-50. We never get what they say, and we get when they say we don't get anything. So we shall see. Okay, so we have a really good call tonight. Emily Fennell, our very own Diamond Upline, is going to hop on and share the importance of IPAs and daily reach out. And how that's super important for our calls. We have a lot of activity going on around us with our sidelines, our uplines, all these different pages that we have access to. And I don't want that to muddy the important part of what we are supposed to be doing every day to grow our business and get us to the next level. And so Emily is going to hop on here and talk to us a little bit about that. So if you guys, I know we talked about before, but we have a really good IPA worksheet that's in the back of the office, in the virtual office, and that's just your 5-3-1. You reach out to 5 new people a day, follow up with 3, and watch 1 video. But this IPA worksheet actually goes into a little bit more detail. And I just wanted to share with you quickly while we wait on Emily, but I've been posting about Plexus for about 8 months. On Sunday, I had a friend stop by out of the blue, and he said, okay, I'm interested in Plexus. What is it? This is a friend of ours, a man, who has not liked one of my posts, who has not commented on one of my posts. He has never reached out to me, nothing. He just showed up at my door. Now, this is a friend that we hung out with a lot through the years, and over the last year or two, we've kind of we haven't hung out as much just because our lives are just a little bit different. But 2 important pieces that I wanted to share with you. One, he signed up as an ambassador. He came over last night again and did sign up as an ambassador, which is huge. Shared the business side. He's interested in it. He just retired from a sales job and is maybe interested in looking at the business side. But one, I don't call on men. I don't know why, but I have not been calling on men. I've been calling on women because I feel like it's easier to talk to. And here it is, this man showing up at my door who's a friend of ours, and he's like, hey guys, I have really bad like sugar cravings. I saw this post about a margarita in Block and a couple months ago, and it's kind of gained my interest. And so what is it? So I share that because I printed my Facebook list, and I go through my Facebook list, and I'm constantly reaching out to women. If I get to a man, I may or may not reach out, but 9 times out of 10, I'm reaching out to women. And that just was kind of not a slap in the face, but it just kind of made me realize, okay, Joy, you really need to not prejudge and really reach out to everybody, because there could be a lot of men and women, husband and wife, what have you, who want to do this together. So anyway, 1 point, but 2, I've been doing Plexus, I think 8 or 9 months, I forget. But anyway, like I said, this is somebody who has not liked one of my posts, who has not commented on one of my posts, nothing. He has just watched silently in the background. In April, it'll be 1 year. And all of a sudden, he just gives. So just know there are people watching when you post something and you don't get a like or a comment and you're like, what the hell? There are men and women that are watching you that are just going to continue to watch you for months on end, and something's going to happen in their life, and then all of a sudden they're going to join when it's right for them. So I just want to share that because those are 2 really big pieces that I thought were kind of an aha moment for me as I continue to call on women. And now I'm like, I've got 2 ambassadors who are interested potentially, in the business. These are new ambassadors. Kirsten's husband is doing it. And then Caleb's husband is doing that. Caleb's husband. Jen, your husband. Sorry, I just said Caleb's husband. Jen's husband, Caleb, who just went silver today. So awesome job. And then my husband, who started Plexus too. So anyway, just know that that's something to kind of think about as you move forward. Okay, so I'm going to reach out to Emily really quick, see where she is. If you guys want to unmute really quick and just, if you guys have any questions or anything, let me see where she is. Or if you guys have success stories, would love for you to share that with the group. Okay, hold on. I'm going to mute out a minute so you guys don't. You guys are quietly waiting. I'm like, nobody is saying a word. No success stories? Come on, you guys. I know you've been calling on people. You had like 30 some ambassadors sign up last month.
What was your question? What did you ask?
Just that does anybody have a success story that they wanted to share?
Oh, yeah, I'm a success story.
You are a success story. This is true.
No, I totally agree with what you're saying. I mean, it's been 10 months and there's been definitely some silent stalkers. And so to see them come out of the woodworks, I think for one, because with consistent posts, people are seeing that this is actually a legitimate product and that we are continuing on with it because it is actually working. And then as we're continuing to post and then they're seeing a circle kind of expand around us, then they know that there is something to these products and it has really spiked their curiosity. And so just to see people just coming out left and right, it's been pretty fun to see.
Yeah, I agree. It's interesting to see the people that who are just kind of sitting and watching and all of a sudden kind of reappear. So that's what makes it even more important for Emily is getting on, you guys. She apologized. She's hopping on right now. That's what makes it even more important for us to reach out. And that's what we wanted to talk about tonight was there's so much noise and there's so much activity around us that if we don't set a specific time for an IPA or for that 1 hour or do the 5-3-1s or reach out, that it just kind of goes into nowhere land. And I know with me that if I don't set from like 12 to 1 or lunchtime or 9 to 10 at night when my kids are in bed and I don't do it, then it's kind of like I'm always feeling this anxiety and this stress throughout the day to like, oh, I'll reach out to that random person or I'll reach out to that person or I'll reach out to that person. And then I don't ever feel like I've actually gotten anywhere. So, that's what we want to share with you tonight is kind of setting down the time to do that IPA, those reach outs. And then after you've done that hour, then it's a little easier to kind of watch like a live video later on throughout the day or another specific video that may be going on in another group. So Emily Fennell is on. I am
so sorry, you guys. My parents are over and I like totally lost track of time. We were sitting down there talking.
No problem. So we just kind of briefly started on the IPA, and we'll just hand it over to you if you don't mind sharing kind of the importance of IPA a little bit, and setting that specific time throughout the day.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, Joy and I had a good talk today because I feel like I really wanted to understand where you guys are right now. And I think Joy did a great job of kind of explaining that you guys are not alone in this, but it's exciting. We've got a lot going on. And the corporate incentive to go silver is something that everybody wants to take advantage of, but it almost becomes distracting when we feel like, first of all, there's so much noise. There's so many different challenges. There's so many different groups. There's so many videos to watch and things to do. And we get this like, okay, over here, no, over here, no, over here. And it can get completely overwhelming, and it becomes daunting to those who are brand new and might have had goals or might not even really be that interested. And they feel everybody kind of ends up recoiling and like, I can't do this. Right. And that's not what we want. So we want to be able to address this in a way where people feel confident and comfortable and excited, because if you're not in a place of excitement, then you're not going anywhere. So anyway, I think it was good for Joy, first of all, for Joy to be able to kind of articulate what's going on in her head and what her fear is that's going on in all of your heads. So Joy just feels like, let's just take a deep breath and get back to IPA. And I 100% agree. There's a couple things going on here. Number one, IPA can be, obviously it's the lifeblood of our business, but what happens is if you don't feel like you're doing enough, which is what happens when we get pulled in every direction, like what's happening right now, then IPA becomes this like, it eats away at you. You never feel like you're doing what you should be doing. You never feel like you're doing enough. And you either feel like you're spinning on a hamster wheel, or you feel completely overwhelmed, and it's debilitating. Okay. So how can we put IPA back in its place? And I think, Joy, it sounded like you were just kind of talking about it. For me, what I have to do is I have to put IPA in a box. Okay. This is my IPA time. This is my goal. This is what I need to work on, focus on. Laser focus, check off the list, get it done, and then move on with my day. When you do that, and a lot of people, the most comfortable thing is a power hour. For me, when I look back in my journey, right now it's a power hour for me. But when I look back at the beginning of my journey, when I was working full-time, it was 5-3-1. When I did my 5 reach outs, my 3 follow-ups, or 5 follow-ups and 3 reach outs, and had time to watch 1 video a day, I felt at peace because I had done what I needed to do. Now, we have to rewind a little bit. When I was in that place where I was working full-time with huge goals with Plexus, we also did not have all of these challenges and all of these pages and all this noise going on. And that you don't listen to everything. You don't need to be on every page. However, it's all good for you. Oh no, sorry, it sounds like my internet is acting up. Hopefully you guys can.
It kind of went fuzzy on my end. Could you guys hear okay, or was she going in and out?
You just went in and out there for a second on my end.
Sorry, as soon as it like pops up, my internet stable or is unstable or whatever, usually I'm like, I've already.
You're okay now.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully it'll keep working. But anyway, I want you to do the things that you need to do, the things that you know will bring your business forward, which is the income producing activity. That needs to be on the front of your business. When you sit down to do Plexus, whatever that means to you, I want you to do those IPAs. Knock them out, okay? And if you have not joined the Plexus Ambassador community page, that's something that's worth the time and energy, because I'll give you just a little bit from what I got from the call that I want you guys to all watch. But Emily Gibson, they did the 4 pillars in Plexus, the recruitment, retention, I don't remember.
Duplication.
And I don't remember. But the 4 pillars, amazing call for amazing diamonds. But Emily Gibson with retention was one of those that like hit me square in the face where I was like, oh my gosh, this is the key point I'm missing. And for me, this is the IPA that I'm missing. And it is simply being organized with your follow-ups and with your reach outs. So she says that if you're using your phone as your reminder, then you're missing out. Because what happens when your phone bings to remind you to do something? We swipe it away, right? Because we're in the middle of something else. As soon as you swipe it away, it's gone from your memory. You got so much going on in your life that you don't have time. So she is a huge advocate for paper, pencil, like calendar and pen, basically. So she says, as soon as you sign up a new ambassador, as soon as you sign up a new customer, you're going to, and I can send you the info that she uses that's like mind-blowingly amazing, but mind-blowingly simple. Does that make sense? Of exactly what to say when you're following up. Your first phone call with them is 4 days after they place their order, whether it's an ambassador or a customer. And you're going to ask questions like, have you gotten your products in the mail? Like, have you tasted your first pink drink? What did you think about the taste? And her first like 2 or 3 phone calls that she has with her new people have nothing to do with success or nothing to do with even positive benefits yet. It's the like simple, like, are you taking your products? And that was really huge to me because it's like when you put the focus too much on success, then people get defeated. And when people get defeated in the beginning, you lose them. And I thought that was just one of those aha moments for me. So anyway, if you're not a part of that ambassador community support, I'm trying to think of the actual ambassador community page, whatever. It's the corporate page. The calls on there lately have been mind-blowingly amazing. So I want you to go ahead and get on that page, and Joy and I can help you do that if you need it. But anyway, that's that piece of IPA that is important, you guys. We've got to communicate with the people that you've signed up. That is your job. Communicate with people you want to sign up and communicate with people who have signed up. When you do those things, I can guarantee you it's going to stop eating away at you. Okay? You have to check them off your list and have peace with them. And then all of the other stuff is fantastic if you have time for it. But it is not what should be eating away at you, okay? If you sign up for a challenge page, if you sign up for 10 challenge pages and you've got Powered by Plexus to watch and you've got Joy's Jewels and you've got Pink Freedom and every time you scroll it's new stuff and you're feeling overwhelmed, stop the noise, focus on the IPA, put it in whatever box feels comfortable with you, whether it's 531 or Power Hours 4 or 5 times a week, whatever it is, and then release it. Let go, okay? Then anything else you have time for is fantastic. I am a huge advocate, Joy knows this, huge advocate for continually listening and training myself. I'm a Diamond Gold ambassador. I'm still listening to every training call that I can get my hands on when I have the time. But I'm not going to beat myself up for it if I don't, okay? So I hope that helps you guys to kind of get your head straight. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the silver incentive. So we had a lot of growth last month. This team was like amazing with adding new ambassadors. And I've talked about on Pink Freedom, if you've heard, like, you know, thinking about those new ambassadors and just trying to get them to plug in whatever way is comfortable for them. It's almost the end of the month. If these people are not at all interested, it's okay. Like, the best thing you can do for yourself is to continue to bring in new people. You do not need to beat a dead horse. You don't need to like, but I got to get this person, but I got to get this person. No, you have to think of Plexus as farming constantly. You're always watering seeds and you're hoping those seeds will pop. The seeds will not pop in your timing. It's all in their timing. And you have to have peace with that. But you also have to know that if your mindset is in the right place, if you believe, not think, because I think people get confused between those two things. They think, if I think my positive thoughts, if I get in a positive mindset, it's not that. It's your true belief, your internal belief. You know you will be successful at Plexus. You don't have a timeline on that. You just know. You know, deep down, and some of you guys on this call are in that knowing place. You know, there's no question in your mind. You will be successful. At that point, you have to let go a little bit of the how, and you just have to do the things and know that it's coming, but not on your timeline always. So I think that's important too. The people that you have that have joined your team right now might not be interested in going silver, and you need to have peace with that, but that doesn't mean you can't stop recruiting. Just recently, I had a coaching call with an Emerald ambassador on my team. And this Emerald is currently struggling. She wants to be a diamond so badly that it's like that's all she thinks about. She eats, drinks, breathes diamond. Like that's all she thinks about. And she asked me point blank, what did you do to get from Emerald to diamond? And I know a lot of you guys is like, wait, why are we talking about Emerald Diamond? But I think my reflection of that is something you need to hear, because to me it was like, gosh, I have to really think back. What did I do on those, you know, because I went Emerald to Sapphire, Sapphire to Diamond. Emerald to Sapphire was 3 months. Sapphire to Diamond was 3 months. And to me that felt normal, because I thought, okay, once you have a booming, exploding team, you should just go from one to the other, right? But when I really sat down and thought about it, that's not what happened. It was not my team that just flowed, you know, that helped me flow from Emerald to Diamond. It was the fact that I was continuing to recruit. In fact, I brought on 2 new really strong legs from Emerald to Diamond. I signed 2 level 1s who were ready to work the business and who flourished and ran. Okay. So if I would have just hit Emerald and been like, all right, you guys do this. So maybe you're one of those people that's like, all right, I hit silver. All right, let's do this. I hit senior silver. All right, my team's here. Let's go, team. I hit gold. Come on, team. Let's go. That's not what happens. You have to continue to recruit. You have to continue to bring on those people who want to be business builders and help cast that vision for them. So anyway, the whole point of that is that you can't stop and just get into management mode. You always are continuing. But with that comes the mindset of, I know with every fiber of my being, this is going to work. I just have to do the things, and I have to believe and know it, understand it, and know it. So anyway, that's kind of what I had. I'm trying to think or look at my notes here. Is there anything else, Joy, that you wanted me to share about? Did you guys have questions?
Well, no, I think the 2 things that kind of stand out for me was, you know, we grew a big team really fast, and I've talked about this before, but it's a matter of, I feel like I have to help them. Like I have to get, okay, what do you need? What do you need? Like, let's go. And the reality is they just have to continue to do the business. There isn't like a magic that happens. It's the IPA that continues to grow. And then if you look at the numbers of the people who signed up last month and you're like, oh my gosh, okay, we're going to give them a silver. Let's go. Well, not everybody wants to do the business. Again, the importance of the IPA and moving forward. So that just has to be in for me personally, the forefront of my mind.
Okay. Really quick on that note. I actually, I think I was maybe a newer diamond when I did this, but I actually did a call called There Is a Secret. The secret to going diamond. There really, truly is a secret. And Joy knows the secret. She's sharing it with you. It's IPA. IPA is truly the secret to success in this business. We sometimes lose sight of that because there's so much stuff, so much excitement, so many different directions to go. It all comes back to IPA. That is the true secret to success. I'm not going to say it's just IPA. It's IPA paired with mindset. Those 2 things together fit together into success, and you need both. I was actually talking to another diamond recently about this. She has an ambassador who, I mean, this girl, if you want to talk about branding yourself, this girl's incredible. She has it together. She's got a strong team. She's got everything in place. And you guys, she's not moving forward. She's not staying stagnant. She's going backwards. And it's all because of mindset. And this diamond said to me, she said, you know, you have to have the hard work. You have to have the heart. You have to have, you know, the branding. You have to have, all of those things are great. But if you don't have the positivity, That's the one thing that you need. And I would say that and IPA. Those are the two things that you need. All the rest of the stuff is fluff. It's great fluff. It's good. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you really want to get to the top, the two things you need are a positive mindset and your IPA. Boil it down to the simplicity at this point, right, Joy?
Yeah, true. I mean, and that's what, that's what I shared with this team before you hopped on was I have to block out the noise because there's so much good information out there that I feel like I'm grasping to, one, take care of my three littles in the house, but to take in all this information and learn that information. But at the same time, I'm not doing any income producing activity. I'm not doing my IPA. And I have to set out, sorry, I have a horn. I have to set out this specific block of time, whether that's 12 to 1, and I just know, okay, that is my IPA time. When Cade goes down for a nap, that's my IPA. That's what I have to do 6 out of 7 days, or whatever you're dedicated to. And that's what I needed to go moving forward. So it's the basic, it's simple, and somewhere along the line I lost track of that because of all this other information I feel like I had to take in.
But it's also the letting go. After you check off everything you had to do during your power hour, you take a deep breath and
yes.
you guys, like, this business should feel, if you're doing it right, you should feel freedom. If you're not feeling freedom, you're not doing it right. And I have to, trust me, I got a lot going on. I mean, I've got tons of people to answer to, tons of things going on all the time with corporate, but then I have to stop, and my husband helps remind me of this. Like, why did we do this? And it's because of the freedom. And so you have to allow yourself to get back to that place. You do the things, you check off your list, you take a deep breath, and you're proud of yourself. And you know what? You'll touch it tomorrow. You'll do it again tomorrow. But it's the rat race we've got to get out of, that like spiral of there's always something to be done. I was a special ed teacher, and I have to bring it back to that. There was always something I could be doing. But you know what? I could do the best I could and move forward. And that's what we want you guys to do with this business as well.
Awesome. Thank you. Can we open it up to questions?
Oh, yeah. Please, please, please.
Okay. Would love to hear questions, thoughts, concerns, whatever it may be, guys. Feel free to unmute.
I would really like to see that information that Emily said she would get from that call.
Yes.
The really simple, follow-up stuff or whatever.
Yeah, and I meant to mention to you that, so the Ambassador Community support page, or whatever it's called, Ambassador Community, is that what it's called? Support page? Joy, do you know?
I don't know, because I think I just got the invite and I need to do the question. So.
Okay.
I think it's Plexus Ambassador Community, isn't it?
That's what it is. Plexus Ambassador Community. Okay, so that's the corporate page. And they are actually trying to create a sense of community. So with that, they do not let us take anything off of that page and share it on our team pages. They want people to be attracted to that page and that page. Thing as amazing as it is, from that page, you have to be connected to that page yourself to watch it. However, I can copy paste the stuff that Emily Gibson was talking about, and I think it's like the first 4. She always says weeks 3 and 4 are those are the 2 weeks that most people drop off. People, we'll follow up with our new customers and new ambassadors the first couple weeks, but weeks 3 and 4 are the crucial weeks, and that's when a lot of us, we swipe our calendars away. We don't, the alerts away on our phones, and we don't actually follow up those weeks 3 and 4. The next thing you know, you're losing them. So retention in that regard is so important. So yeah, Jesse, I'm going to make a note to post that, and I can just post it on Joy's Jewels, actually. Emily Gibson.
Now, Emily, did you say on another post that you have to be silver to be added to that group?
I think those are the rules from corporate. What happens is when you get added to that group, they actually, I think they look you up in the system and make sure that you're silver. So I think that you do have to be silver to be a part of that group. Okay. So, but that's another incentive to go silver, right? To be a part of that community.
Right.
I think that, actual business builders on that page.
Right. I just love the information, and I have a few that aren't silver that I've talked to about that I think they would really benefit from it too.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. I think you do have to be silver. Any other questions you guys have? Are you guys feeling it? Are we on track here with how you're feeling? Are you feeling overwhelmed a little bit? Yeah. Really good.
Yes.
Yep, that's exactly how I have been. This is a perfect call for me. Thank you.
Yeah, and I like how you reminded us that we should be feeling freedom with doing this, not feeling like, the rat race is just there. I'm always like, I should do this, I should do this, I should do this, I need to do this. When, you just need to really just do.
And what it is it ends up eating away at you.
Mhm.
And
honestly, it makes me feel like, okay, why am I doing this?
yeah,
I have to reevaluate, and
it brings you back to the,
like, why am I even doing this? This is and then I'm like, okay, I'm doing this because, and I just need to do it the right way.
And I do want to be clear that it is absolutely worth it. Like Joy knows me, she knows what's going on in my life right now, and all of the incredible blessings that would not be here without going on this journey. But with that being said, I can't sit here and tell you there was a balance in the beginning. I think now I have a really good balance. I give myself a whole lot of that freedom, and I live that this is when I'm a diamond. If you're not sitting in bed at night and thinking, when I'm a diamond, this is going to be my life and this is going to be life, I recommend you do that. I want you to dream about it. But when you're falling asleep at night, you want your thoughts to be around, when I'm a diamond, this, when I'm a diamond, this. And I do give myself a pat on the back for living out a lot of those, when I'm a diamond, this. The vacations, the fun, the full-time, personal assistant that, helps me stay alive because she does pretty much everything. And I just get to be a mom and get to do Plexus, and it's fun. There was not that balance at the beginning. That first year or two when I was working hard and building a team, the balance was not as free as it is now. However, if you're feeling like it's eating away at you, like you're IPA is just this thing that's out there that I feel like I should be doing all the time, but I never have time for, that's where you have to put it in a box, get it done, push it to the side, feel the freedom. But know that at the beginning, there's going to be maybe more than one of those boxes in a day, because it all depends on your why and your goals. But anyway, I hope that makes sense. I'm just saying the balance comes with time, but at the beginning, you're working hard, but it should feel like you got your work in a box, not all over the place all the time.
And one thing that we talked about today with Emily was power hours for the team. So guys, unmute, because I want your input on this. And I'll set up several through Joy's Jewels. But when is the best time for you guys to do a power hour? Is it 12 to 1? Is it 6:30 to 7:30 in the morning? Is it 9 or 10 o'clock at night? I want to set up some in the months to come or the weeks to come for us to know, okay, we will do them daily, but we can just help and kind of get some on the calendar.
I'd say afternoons, 1 to 2,
Okay.
something like that.
And I'd say 9 to 11 for me, but that's 10 to 12 your time.
Thank you. She knows she's got to translate that.
That's about the same for me.
Is that 10 to 12 time frame?
Yeah,
Okay.
usually. Unless I'm running errands that day, then it's the 1 to 2 or so.
Yeah, for me, it's about 1 to 2 would be the best.
1 to 2.
It just
Yeah.
depends.
My little boy's sleeping.
Yeah, it depends what my work schedule is on that particular day. 'Cause sometimes I have meetings around lunchtime or random. Some days are busier than others, but definitely not 6:30 to 7:30 a.m. Joy. I'll tell you what time I won't be there.
Throwing it out there. Okay. So if it's one, if you talk, if you're saying 1 to 2, that's 12 to 1 your time or 2 to 3 my time?
2 to 3 your time.
2 to 3 my time.
Mm-hmm.
Which
2 to 3.
sometimes fits with Cade's nap, depending on when he wakes up.
Okay.
And also,
Yeah,
you guys
true.
don't feel like you have to be on the group power hour to do the power hour things. Group
Yeah.
power hours are great. Group power hours for me build that like that confidence where sometimes it's too scary to push send on that message, and for some reason when you're on that Zoom, you give that confidence boost. However, you can still be doing IPAs and putting them into your day however it fits.
Agree. Yeah, perfect. Yep. All right, any other thoughts, comments?
Does everybody here know what a power hour is?
If you don't, we can explain it.
Angela, do you know what that is?
Isn't that like when you focus on the IPA and everything? That's kind of what I'm gathering.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would literally, so basically you would just sit at home for that hour to do the IPA, but the power hour that we would do as a team, or you would just pick one day, you would hop on here and we would do a Zoom and then we'd all talk, and then every 15 minutes or 30 minutes hop on and just say, okay, these are the people I reached out to. These are questions that I have. We talk through those questions and then get back to our IPA.
Awesome.
And do you know where to find that in the back office too?
The IPA?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Thank
Sorry I
you.
was late on the call tonight, ladies.
Okay. Thank you, Emily, for your time. Very much appreciate it.
Yes, of course.
All
Love
right,
you-
guys.
This team so much, and you guys feel blessed with your leader because I'm telling you, amazing leader Joy is.
No, you're sweet.
Yep.
We got a good team of people.
All right.
All right. Bye, guys.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you.